but I could just feel the grace in all of it, how Jesus is behind everything. He doesn't perceive that it's possible for someone to be taken advantage of at all. Beware of the temptation to perceive yourself unfairly treated, because you're trying to make something that's not even there. You're just binding yourself into illusions. And so that was all perfect too. Everything was perfect. His attitude was the demonstration. It's not like one of those kind of stories where somebody's been done wrong, and then at the end there's the big formula in the end where Rodriguez gets the mansion he always deserved and the payback of all the funds that were stolen from him. That's the world's formula for a happy ending. This is a happiness beyond beginnings and endings. There was no need for that. And with all that's going on right now, those protests, up in North Dakota, and all around the world, people fighting for minorities, fighting for women's rights, fighting for the rights of the native, Aborigine, and all this fighting over the rights thing. I remember there was one point where I was kind of asking Jesus about, the Constitution of the United States, of these inalienable rights that we were given, God-given inalienable rights, and that all men are created equal, and he said, no, you actually have no rights in this world. That who you are stands like a shining star in eternity, and that's your birthright. That's your only right, is your birthright, that God created you perfect. That's your right. You have no human rights. There's never been human rights violations. There's never been a single human rights violation. Why? Because humans don't have any rights. They're constructs, they're bodies. The ego projected the body, and it projected the private minds and private thoughts. It projected the rights and all the civil disobedience and all the things that Gandhi was going for, and Martin Luther King, and all of our heroes that Marianne loves so much, and this and this. Nada. They don't even have any reality, because God creates in spirit, and only spirit is real. And everything else has never happened. And so that's what we're coming into. That's the peace of God. I grew up, in 10 years of university, I went to all the different classes, and of course I lived in the decade right after the 60s, so I started looking into things like social justice and all those kind of social justice issues and everything. And Jesus has a section in the course that really addresses that, and the name of the section is the justice of heaven. And in that section, Jesus comes out and says, there is no justice in this world. Oh my God, he's just wiped out the entire history of the world, wiped out social justice, marches for peace, all the demonstrations, all the things that are going on now where they're shooting water hoses on people in sub-zero temperatures up in North Dakota, and for a pipeline to come and pump oil down, and all these things. Our friend Shailene Woodley is up there with red on her face and all wrapped up in this and this. All of it goes in forgiveness when you just have one instant of realizing, accepting what Jesus says, that there is no justice in this world. And he even titles it the justice of heaven. That heaven awaits for you. Heaven is your right. Heaven is your birthright. Heaven is your inheritance. And heaven is spirit. And nothing but that has any reality whatsoever. That's amazing.